Well, hello there, two-stroke turbo fans. Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to All Things Automotive, and welcome back to my shop dog, Stella. She's a good helper. She's feeling much better now. We went to the vet. She had a lump on her chest right here, the size of a golf ball, and it's down to nothing. Apparently she got stung by a bee or something. She got a thorn. Some type of a foreign object was infecting her. We are at home today. We're at home tonight, actually. It's been a long day. You can see the microcars poking out of the garage. But what you don't see, if I turn around here, you might see, is our boat. We bought a boat over the wintertime, and it's now beautiful sky. You can see the sun's going down, and it's going to be beautiful weather soon. It's still April, but we're hoping by May we can take the new boat out. It's a new used boat, and as everyone says, the best day in a boat owner's life is the day you buy the boat and the day you sell the boat. Well, we're going to do a little maintenance. I noticed when I bought the boat that the trailer brakes didn't work. It didn't work well. The truck I was using, I borrowed, rented, and it was a really powerful diesel truck, and it didn't matter. Didn't need the brakes. But this is a 4,500 pound boat with, when it's wet, trailer, and that doesn't include gear. And we're going to tow it with our Honda Odyssey van, which has a 3,500 pound weight rating. So the boat weighs more than the car. We're not going to go far, just to the dock and back, which is only 5 minutes from the house. So no freeway driving. It should be fine. The Odyssey has great brakes, tow cooler for the transmission, and added shocks in the back. I'm not worried about the car, but I am worried about stopping. And no trailer brakes is a no bueno. So let's go through a few things. This trailer is a 2018. It's a Dexter trailer, and the brakes are pretty ingenious. They're surge brakes. In other words, there's no electrical connection. There's no, in older brake systems, you had a thing under your dash. You would slide the controller and it would electrify the wires, which would send power to the brakes, and it would expand the shoes. This is all manual. In other words, there is a master cylinder under this cover and this cover. If you have these two covers, you have this style of trailer. And I believe it's a Dexter braking system. I'm not positive on that. And this may go for more than just boat trailers, might be for car trailers too. Anyhow, that's where you add the fluid for the master cylinder. It takes brake fluid, .3. And the way it works is this is your coupling, your hitch. Your ball is inside here. When you pull, towing in forward, it pulls this coupler forward. So this pin comes forward, releases the brakes. When you reverse, as I have done on purpose here, for demonstration purposes, you are reversing and you're pushing the rod in the master cylinder. Just imagine the master cylinder being right here. You've got a rod basically connected to your coupler, and it's pushing into the master cylinder, which is compressing the fluid, and it's sending it down the line to your brakes. Now, I want to show you a couple things here before we get too far. There is a way to bleed the brakes, and that's what I'm getting to, by shoving a screwdriver up into a hole here and manually moving the rod. I had a hard time with that on this, so I've been using the car by putting it in drive and then reverse to kind of pump the brakes, basically pump the master cylinder to get the air out. Now, when the brakes are working well and the coupler is pulling, you can insert this little guy behind here to keep the pin from moving backwards, so you can reverse the trailer. This is very important, and it's designed to fall out. So you put this in when you want to back the trailer up to its parking spot, but if you forget and leave it, it's loose enough that it will actually just fall out. Otherwise, you wouldn't have trailer brakes and you could get into an accident. It's a really ingenious design, I think. So first thing you need to do is make sure your master cylinder is full. Doesn't hold a lot. It holds maybe, I don't know, a couple tablespoons, not a lot. It's a very shallow master cylinder, and you can check your lines, make sure they're not pinched, especially if you have a hideaway hitch. In other words, I can pull this pin and the tongue pivots to the side. Make sure that your line isn't pinched or kinked. You should have flexible lines that go in the trailer, within the trailer tubing, and underneath we're going to go, and I'm going to show you the disc brakes. So this trailer is equipped with disc brakes. It can work with drums as well. The main line comes in right here. It's this one. Comes in out of the trailer tube and down. It hits a Y, and then this tube runs into the axle beam and feeds the other disc brake caliper on the other side. If you have a problem like I did, I wasn't getting fluid over to that wheel. I don't know why, if it has dried out, didn't get used, evaporated, I don't know. I took the fitting off here, and I took my air line and cleaned out this banjo bolt, and then also blew some air through that line, and everything's working fine now. I have the car, whoops, let me get up, in reverse, pushing back, and I also put a brick under my tire to compress that hitch to lock the wheels, just to make sure my brakes are working. And as you can tell, or maybe you can't, I've got the jacking up the axle spring shackle. The tire's off the ground, it's in reverse, and it's locked up. Brakes are working good. If you look closely, especially on that side, you can tell how rusty the rotors are. The brakes have not been working in a long time. The rotors are completely busted. So I'm excited to say we are that much closer to enjoying the boat, and with our underpowered, underrated car, we now have solid brakes on our trailer. So be safe out there, and I hope this gives somebody some tips and tricks. You do want to bleed with the furthest one out first. I used my vacuum Mighty Vac to help try to prime the lines to pull fluid through, and you can do this one person. You just need a little bit of PVC tubing, and when you hook the tubing up to the brake nipple bleeder, it needs to go straight up so you can see how much air is coming out. You can see the air within the lines. So, all right, happy boating, and thanks for watching. I hope this didn't bore you, but it is a mechanically inclined video. Hope you enjoyed. Thanks for watching.